What is going on, guys, and welcome to episode 30 of the 5-1 Formation podcast. Guys, another milestone. We did it. We're doing it, and we're going to keep on going strong. Guys, let's get right into it because there's loads to talk about, and we're going to start up with Bundesliga. Wrapping it up, but the transfer window opening up. News about the transfer window for them. They're only going to be open for one day on July 1st, and then from July 15th to October 5th, they're going to be open. So that's a huge summer window, obviously happening because of the COVID-19, whatever. But the biggest Bundesliga news, considering for transfers, is Achraf Hakimi going to Internazionale Milano. Guys, this came out of nowhere. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Alex, we'll start with you, man.
Like you just said, totally left field with that transfer. We were talking about Real. At one point, I think Bayern had come into the mix. And then we were saying he was going to go back to Real. I think even his agent had said that he was going to go back to Real. So for us, this was a complete, I think for everybody at that point, Inter came out of nowhere with a big steal. Hakimi at 40 million is just unreal compared to what he's gonna be worth in a couple of years.
Plus add-ons, though, huh?
Plus
like
add-ons.
20 millions of add-ons, I think.
Yeah, but he has to. I think he has to make those criteria for that to be right.
Yeah, of course,
okay, there you go. So okay.
But just so people don't get confused, it's Real Madrid getting the money, not Dortmund, because he was just loaned out from Madrid to Dortmund.
Right.
Yeah,
clear the air on that one.
Yeah, clear the air on that. But he did play for Dortmund the whole season, and I think based on his performance in Dortmund is kind of what made
for 2 full years he was there.
There you go, 2 full years, right? I didn't know that. I thought he was only there for 1 year.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, good for him. Diso, what do you have to say since you're the Serie A boss?
I'm fucking pretty concerned, to be honest, because they keep. It's looking like they're focusing on just continuing to grow as a team and even market-wise too. So that's a huge buy for them. They're looking to grow and keep growing. An amazing year for Dortmund in that wing-back system that they're playing, and he's going to fit right into Conte's system as well, who loves to play with wing-backs as well. And he's going to be going up and down that right side like crazy, and it's going to be dangerous, man.
And he's one of the faster wing backs too in the world. He recorded one of the top speeds in Bundesliga this season with like 35 or 34 kilometers. So very fast.
Yeah. So definitely Conte is going to have a lot of selection on that right side between him, Moses, and Candreva. So it's huge, man.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Next big signing for the Bundesliga are the Bavarian Giants getting Leroy Sané. It finally happened, and at a ridiculous price. I think 50 million euros is what he's going at. I don't even know how to wrap my head around this. Alex, I'm looking at you right now, and I see you're very disappointed.
I think originally they were supposed to pay like 120 or something, and just the fact that it's come down to this where we're giving him up for like 50 is just unreal, man. We're losing so much on him.
But
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Do you guys know the reason why he's selling for that low?
Because Bayern pulls these deals out of their asses, bro. Look at their transfer history. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna say it's because of COVID, and I'm like 90% sure that had something to do with it for sure. Yeah. But he's right though. He's not wrong in what he's saying. Bayern have pulled a lot of deals out of their ass, and to kind of further his point, I found out for the first time today, because I didn't even know this, that Bayern got Lewandowski on a free transfer from Dortmund. Did you guys know that?
I knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
So
Free transfer.
found out today.
Disgusting.
It was really bittersweet moment for like that whole transfer, that whole saga, considering that he played for Dortmund and like he was like one of their top main guys, their top guns, and they gave him for free, direct competition to the best team in Germany for the past decade, let's just say, okay, and they just lend him off for free like that.
Maybe all I gotta say is, go for it, Tom.
All I gotta say is, going back to the Sané thing, that left side of Bayern is all speed. You have
Oh, man.
Sané and Davies on one side of the field.
If they connect,
Stop
if
them.
they connect like properly, that's unstoppable in my opinion. That's going to be scary.
And I'm so happy Sané went there because he's going to play every game, every minute. He's going to get the respect he deserves, and he's going to kill it. For me, he's going to have a
He
monster.
signed, just to kind of throw some details in there, he signed a 5-year deal, or he's going to, because it's like super, super close to being like official in terms of paperwork. And he's getting 375 a week compared to the 170 that he was getting at Manchester City, which is just a huge pay upgrade.
And he's playing at home, man.
Unreal.
What could you ask?
Yeah.
Happy for him, but he's irreplaceable in my opinion.
So I kind of want to go against with what your guys are saying. Like, I still don't understand how he got sold for 50 million, because this is a transfer that we were hearing about like literally 6 months ago. All right. And City should have been prepared to like, not fork him over so easily. And they should have like really pressed Bayern to pay at least 80 to 100 mil, because I think that's what he's worth. And like the whole point that you're saying, oh, because of COVID. Well, look what happened with Arthur and Pjanic.
Well, I was going to add something to that, because Pep, like his main rule is that if you don't want to play for the club, he doesn't want you to stay. So I'm sure that played a part as well. And he was kind of saying like, look, if he doesn't want to stay here, I don't want him here. I don't want someone taking up a spot in my on my bench. And he's always said this in press conferences. You guys can even find them on YouTube. You can find anything. He always says that if a player does not want to be here, I don't want him here. And I'm assuming that just kind of accelerated the deal. And I know they lost a lot of money on it, but I'm assuming that had some sort of part to play in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something that's something I didn't know. Go ahead, Antonio.
Does anyone know if he's leaving the team right away and joining Bayern, or is he staying until the end of the season?
That is not official yet, I think.
The fuck is going on there? Thunder?
It must be. I don't know. There's a whole biker gang outside, apparently.
Christ. No, but I'm assuming he's going to stay until the end of the season there. Same thing with Arthur and Pjanic.
Did any reports come out saying anything, or we don't know yet?
Nothing. Plus there's CL also. There's Champions League also, so it doesn't make sense for them to leave their respective squads to go there.
Well, Timo Werner is not. He's not going to be competing in Champions League with RB Leipzig, so that's. I don't know.
I think they also decided just to keep him off the sheet too. Really.
Probably. I mean, well, speaking of Timo Werner, on his last game, scoring a brace and becoming the all-time leading goal scorer for RB Leipzig with 95 goals. So for me as a Chelsea fan, this is like, this is
music to your ears.
Yeah, music to my ears. Only but good news. But ending off his Bundesliga career on a high. And he's up. And also Thomas Muller breaking Kevin De Bruyne's record for the most assists in one season. 21 assists for the German.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I got for Bundesliga. I don't know if anybody else wanted to add anything before we jump into City.
Dortmund losing 4-0.
Yeah, but they secured second place.
Second, yeah.
So
Kramaric 4 goals.
Kramaric or whatever, however you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just destroying Dortmund, but
with a no-look penalty shot too, homage to Firmino.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Bundesliga. Yeah. Can we
that's
move
crazy
on?
though, because yeah, we can move on.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I'll pass the torch to you, bro, because the next up we have is Serie A and Juventus with 2 games this week. Cruising, but like struggling. It's weird. Playing against these like lower half teams and still scoreless at the half, and then coming up in the second half and getting the job done. Like like you said, like we've been saying, it's been the story of Juve this whole year. Slow start, slow midfield, very lethargic, but they seem to get the job done.
Absolutely. It's both games this week, and basically the pattern for most of the season too is that they have a super slow start every game, even against the weaker teams as well. Like against Lecce and Genoa this week, they both had slow starts, 0-0 at the half, which is fucking annoying. But in the second half, the way they came out in both of those games was fucking amazing to watch, and it was a breath of fresh air finally that there was some fucking fluidity on top. Dybala and Ronaldo just scoring fucking mental goals, especially today. It was exactly what we want, and that's exactly what they need in order to continue to succeed, especially with Inter up their ass and Lazio up their ass this year and the upcoming years too. And if they want to succeed in CL, because right now they're losing 1-0 to Lyon. And the Jesus Christ, Alex, man.
Hell's Angels are back.
All the windows are closed. Just continue, man. There's not much else I could do.
No, but especially in CL, it's teams in the CL are not going to let you like get away with having a slow start. If you don't have a fucking strong start from the beginning and establish yourself for that game that you want this and we want to win this, they're going to fucking come and take advantage 100%, which is why they're down 1-0 against Lyon. And they need to have that strong start. I'm not saying to fucking be 3-0 at the first half. No, I'm not saying that. But control the game, generate the chances here and there, and like fucking just establish yourself as the superior out of the two teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what you think is, and like I said, it was great to watch. I mean, especially after ripping into them for not scoring for 180 minutes in the Coppa Italia bash. And for those who haven't seen those 3 goals today, were between Dybala, Ronaldo, and Douglas Costa especially. Oh my fuck. I had to go fucking change my underwear 3 times to wipe off the drip.
Oh my god.
So it was honestly fucking sick to watch.
I'm
You're
sure
disgusting.
it was. I'm sure it
Straight
was.
up. Drip, drip.
We'll go back to transfers and Chiellini and Buffon signing both a year extension contract.
Legends.
Yeah, legends of the game, legends of the club. For me, it's more of a leadership, personality.
Absolutely.
Kind of signing. They're good. Like they're good bench players, but they're very like I said, they're good personalities to have on the bench and for the squad. Because I feel like especially those 2 characters, they're so powerful in the dressing room that they can really lift the morale of the team. And I feel like it's very important too. Go ahead, Alex.
Their passion is contagious too. Like even for me, I'm watching them on the screen and I see Buffon the way he acts, and I'm like so much more drawn to the game because of just the way of how passionate they are. And it's still to this day after what? He's like 40 now, no?
He's 41, 42.
42.
42.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't see anybody else at 42 like that, in my opinion.
And you could even hear him yelling in the pitch without the fans now. Like he goes nuts, and he's on the bench. You know, like so. Yeah. I like to see that, and I'm sure everybody else likes to see that too.
Yeah.
You don't see players with heart like that anymore, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Not even close.
I wish Company did the same thing for us, man, because he would have been an important person in the dressing room this year after everything that went down. Fuck, we missed him.
Yeah, I mean he was until the very end, until they let him go. But
no, I meant instead of leaving to go to Anderlecht to become a player coach, like I wish he had just stayed an extra year. Like as long as David Silva was there for him to kind of say, I'll stay an extra year and then we'll leave together. But it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Other games in the Serie A, Lazio and Atalanta. What a crazy game. And Atalanta putting 21 games unbeaten.
Is that good?
We called the 3.
I'm not sure is that good.
Go for it, Toe.
No, I was just going to say we called the 3-2 score, but chose the wrong team on top.
Yes, very true. Very true. I forgot about that. Honestly, before COVID, Lazio, like you said, were just on this unbeaten run. We were all calling them to just finally dethrone Juve. Post-COVID, I think it's been a bit of a rough stretch for them. And Juve look to come out on top. But look, it's not over till it's over, and we'll see how they end up.
Hey, they're only 4 points back of Juve, and there's still,
there's a lot of
games left?
A lot of soccer
and
left.
Juve have to face Atalanta and Lazio again. So
Now, just to be clear here, for City out, how many games is it in the season?
I think there's
38.
9. Oh yeah.
38? Okay.
Well, there's 9 games left.
and
8
yeah, there should be hold on a
per
second. There
team?
should be about
11, I
9.
saw.
Yeah,
Oh.
9 games. Yeah,
So
so there's
there's-
still a lot of soccer to be played.
A lot, man.
some have a game. Some have a game in hand there, but 9 to 10 basically. But before we move on from Atalanta and Lazio, okay, we even called it the day before. I think last time we recorded was the 23rd, which was the day before that game actually occurred. And we were calling, man, that game was super entertaining from the get-go. 6 minutes in, I think there was it was already a 2-0 Lazio lead. And we all thought that it was, long gone already from the beginning. But one thing that we witnessed from Atalanta this season, they know how to fucking score. And when you think they're down and out, you have another thing coming, bro. They're like fucking herpes, bro. You think they're away, they come right back.
This guy's one strike away.
I think he has little side notes on his sheet to bring up these stupid jokes on the episodes.
I have stats, dog. So let's see what I'm about to bring up. So, anyways,
Bro, you caught me so off guard with that shit, man.
And it's not just one guy. Listen. So it's not just one guy that's scoring like the way Immobile is. Just fucking leading the team and everyone else like contributing here and there, bro. This whole team is just fucking putting balls in the net, bro. You have Zapata, let's see here, with 14 goals, 5 assists. Muriel, who usually comes off the bench with 15 goals.
What? Oh yeah.
Ilicic has 15, obviously, 5 assists. Papu Gomez, other way around, 6 goals, 14 assists. He's more of a playmaker, central attacking, obviously. So, bro, they've been really the talk of the season in Serie A, despite Juve being first, despite Lazio being up their ass, and Inter having a new face for their club. They've been really the talk of the season, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And that game too, whoever hasn't seen it as well, Rusian Malinowski with a fucking ripper, bro.
Yeah.
To tie the game on top of it. And I think from that goal on, that was just uphill, and they eventually won it. They won the game in the last 10 minutes or so, roughly.
Honorable mention for Atalanta is their Champions League campaign as well, when they were down and out and they came out of nowhere and just fucking clawed their way through.
Yep.
Herpes.
All right. So anything else that we want to add, boys, to Serie A? I think we pretty much covered
Chiro.
Yeah, bro. Of course.
Well, all season.
Did we tell the listeners or remind them what he has this season in terms of goals and assists?
Nope, but we should right now. He has 29 goals and 5 assists and 29 games, ladies and gentlemen.
That's no joke, man.
That's disgusting.
Career season right there.
Career season. I think he's matching his career high of 29. So
I think so too. The last time he got 29 was the same year that Icardi got 29. I think it was maybe 3 to 5 years ago or something like that.
I don't remember it being that long ago. Maybe 2 years ago.
Oh,
two,
no, it was like,
2 to 4, 2 to 4 maybe.
2-3 years.
Okay.
I think it's 3. Yeah, I think it's 3 where they tied in with Icardi and exactly spot on.
And say what you will about Ronaldo. He has 24 goals in 25 games played this season. So 10 were from penalties, but it's all good.
I think he brought up that stat. I think there was a smile on him when he brought up the stat.
He was setting himself up.
Absolutely. I saw that from the get-go.
He's like,
no, but still, bro, all jokes aside, at 35 years old,
Hey.
in Serie A, which is known for a
Absolutely.
very tough defensive league, it's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's kind of
I
all
think-
blurred there, Georgie.
George is trying to show the viewers a highlight reel here.
No, I just had the Lazio game on against Fiorentina, and they just showed the penalty that Cheeto scored. So I just thought that was really ironic that we were talking about him. But yeah,
For real, man. No, but for real though, and before we move on, I mean, praise to Immobile, endless praise for him this season. Fun fact for you guys:
tell me.
Benevento Calcio got promoted.
Yep.
From Serie B. They finished 3rd place. and the coach of that team is none other than Inzaghi. Well, next year is going to be dope if they once they face each other in Lazio against Benevento. So that's going to be cool to see the brothers face off.
And they just bought Loic Remy, I think, too.
Yeah.
I think Benevento
Yeah,
just bought Loic too. So it's a nice little buy. Obviously, he's fallen off a bit, but
Yeah, I was going to say
nice
that guy's still around.
Yeah, exactly. But you never know. He might make a little push next season in Serie A.
Oh, they look good, bro. They only had one loss in Serie B this year, so they're not going to do that in Serie A. But
obviously,
I hope they do better than what they did last time in 2017. I think where they had the longest the longest defeat streak in all of Serie A history. So and they finally snapped it by winning off a corner, and their goalie fucking scored the header too.
No, that's a crazy
swear
stat.
to God. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it was against AC Milan, ironically enough. But
even better, even better.
Yeah. So
but this time around, it's a new coach, and I think he has experience. Correct?
What do you mean?
Inzaghi, in terms of experience as a coach in Serie A.
Well,
I'm not too sure of who he's coached in the past, but I mean, he's a Hall of Fame World Cup winner, so he knows his shit. So even if it's his first team,
it wouldn't be the end. Okay.
To have one loss in City B is not a terrible thing to say, you know. So
yeah, for sure.
And as we transition, it's a good transition point that I want to make here. Do you guys want to bring up anything else in regard to City A?
No, I'm good.
No, I think we should talk about Pjanic against Arthur.
Oh.
Yeah?
No, I was just going to say, how do you feel that Douglas Costa finally scored a goal after...
Fantastic. You came off the bench today, and it's as if he wasn't even trying, bro. The way he scored that goal, he didn't even celebrate after he scored it.
That's my point on Douglas Costa that I think I wanted to make was he is so much better off the bench than when he's starting, in my opinion, from what I've seen him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely a pattern there. Because even him too, he's lacking a bit of the IQ, and because the talent is there. Like Antonio said it a few episodes ago, the talent is there. There's no question, you know, that raw Brazilian talent. But you know, you need to have a bit of IQ.
Need the IQ. Need the IQ. Yep.
Yeah. That's all I want to bring up was Douglas Costa and your reaction. That's it.
100%. Yeah, I think we should transition to Arthur and Pjanic and La Liga.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio, take it away.
What? The fucking Arthur and Pjanic deal, or
the Arthur
you want
Pjanic
me
deal?
to fucking rage about first, bro?
What are your thoughts?
Let him just go. Let him just go,
Arthur
man.
first. Arthur
first. Arthur Pjanic first.
The gates are open.
So what? The details are Barcelona sold Arthur to Juventus for 72 mil plus add-ons, right? 72 million euros plus add-ons.
Wasn't it 60 plus add-ons?
It's Barcelona agreed to sell Brazilian midfielder Arthur Melo to Juventus for 72 million euros plus a potential 10 million add-on. So Antonio, you stand erected. I mean, correct.
I thought he was talking about the Pjanic deal. I'll shut up now.
At least the camera's, you know, above the belt. So. But yeah, so last week we spoke about the deal. I was praising the amount of money we were getting from Arthur. Little did I know we were gonna spend 70 fucking mil of it, or whatever it is, 65 mil to get an older 30-year-old Pjanic midfielder. So you know what? I was trying to defend the deal. I really was last episode, but little did I know they were gonna fucking piss me off again. So I really there's not much to say there. It's just stupid business. Juve came out of the deal laughing their asses off, getting 23-year-old with so much potential. And like I said last episode, who I think is going to really complement Juventus and Serie A soccer a lot. I think we're just going to see him explode there. And us, we're getting a 30-year-old Pjanic who's going to play for maximum potential for what, a year and a half, 2 years until he's 32.
Probably, yeah.
So stupid business. Then I see fucking Bayern winning deals, getting Sané for under 50, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Where is that for us? Where is that? Why can't we do that? Bayern is a huge club. They're top of the world, just like Barcelona. How come they have negotiating power and we don't? How does that make any sense? This fucking garbage about, oh, you're one of the top clubs in the world. People are gonna try to rip you off. I'm finished with that type of stuff. Finished. It's not an excuse anymore. You can't use that as an excuse. So I'll say it straight. Juve won the deal. No question about that. And Bartomeu needs to leave. Bartomeu out. Period.
It's just I feel like you try to make sense out of this. Okay, maybe
There's
they
no
got,
making sense.
but that's the thing though. If you look at it from a financial perspective, they didn't make any money out of it.
Nope.
And I said, okay, maybe okay, yes, they're getting an experienced player, but if you look at the general team of Barcelona, it's not filled with young players, you know? It's a lot of the midfielders are getting up there in age. A lot of the guys are in their 30s, which is kind of like not heading into retirement, but you're getting there. You're kind of like in the final
For
stage.
Europe and for Europe, yeah.
Yeah.
My age
like
of retirement is like 32, 33 in Europe.
To
Unless
pick
your
up a
name is
player,
Messi.
yeah, well, to pick up a player of 30 years old and another midfielder, by the way, which is something I think Barcelona they just have a hard on when it comes to midfielders. That's all they like to buy. So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense for me.
I find it's a for now fix for Barca. I find it's now they got Pjanic. They know they're going to get a solid 2 years out of him. They want to win something big like the Champions League in the next 2 years. And for Juve, it was more looking towards the future, getting a 23-year-old young star. And that's it. I think Barca just wants a now fix. See what they could do now in the next 2-3 years. And yeah. Because
Anyways,
it's still good.
I think BR Football hit the nail on the coffin with the video they posted a couple of days ago. You haven't seen it, go check it out. It's someone just making fun of the deal, so they got it pinpoint.
Honestly, I actually read a little thread on Twitter of basically the logic behind it too. I mean, from a soccer perspective, I mean, obviously doesn't make sense, right? You're trading a player with endless potential at 23 years old to a guy who's coming across the edge of his career, you know, at 30 years old. So basically, from a financial perspective, when I was reading from the article there, was that they're basically all they're doing is just balancing their sheets from Barca's standpoint too. They go into more detail than better than what I can explain, but that's basically the gist of it. They did that transaction to balance their sheets for accounting purposes and shit. If anything, I'll repost it on the Twitter 51 Information account, but that was basically the gist of it. But from a soccer perspective, I mean, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I had the same frustration too when I saw Hakimi sign for Inter right away out of the blue. We were in desperate need of a fullback. Deschilio was absolutely abstract. Trash.
Yeah.
Danilo is whatever, mediocre. And that's it. We have Alexandro, you know. Quadrado is also an airhead. So we need someone like Hakimi. But then again, Giuseppe Marotta is a fucking god in that business world, you know. He's always finessing people left and right, especially when he used to do it at Juve too. But I agree, man, 100%. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Wow, you should be happy, bro. Fuck.
And
I am.
It's a good deal.
And I feel like the deal doesn't make sense again from Barca's point, because it's like they're paying more in wages for Pjanic than they were for Arthur. So it's like,
Are you serious? Pjanic is costing us more. I didn't.
No. I'm assuming he's gonna cost more. He's the experienced guy. He's the older one of the two.
I don't think they released details about the salary there yet, but
we'll bring it up next episode if we find out.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, that's what's happening with Barcelona off the pitch. Now we're gonna talk about what's happening on the pitch. Out of 6 points, only getting 2. I don't even know where to start, Antonio. And just by your face, I don't even think you want to start.
It's like I got a kick in the balls from the fucking Arthur Pjanic deal, and then I see today the referee in today's game in the Atletico Barca game using both fists to fucking crack one nut each, bro. I'm like, I'm finished.
Terrible,
Done.
terrible, terrible.
Just give the fucking La Liga trophy to Real Madrid already. I don't know. It's really sad. That's what it is. It's sad.
Yeah.
So for those of you who didn't watch the game or see any highlights yet, please do, because it's a bit ridiculous what happened. Barca were leading 2-1, and in basic terms, Carrasco got into the box, kicked himself in the foot, and they were awarded a penalty. There was no VAR review. Why? Don't ask me. You're going to have to ask Perez, the Real Madrid president. Maybe he could tell you. And with that penalty, Saul tied it up to make it 2-2. So, yeah. I'm lost for words, man. That was honestly one of the most ridiculous fucking things I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I was just gonna say, I've been watching soccer for about 10 years. You guys obviously have watched a lot more than me, but that has to be one of the worst non-calls I've ever seen in soccer. Period.
It's not even the fact that he kicked himself. One, you're a piece of shit for actually not going to the referee and saying, buddy, you know what? My bad, I kicked myself. You're a fucking loser in my eyes. Carrasco, go dye your hair fucking pink next time, you piece of shit.
Damn, we're going off today.
And,
right.
nah, bro, seriously, like, how unsportsmanlike was that of him?
Yeah, but players are going to do what they got to do.
Yeah, but come on, bro. Come on.
No, I understand. I understand both parties. But
and
for
then
me,
they don't review it by VAR. That was the
that
nail
was
in the
something
coffin.
else.
So for
Nail
me,
in the coffin.
so for me, that's my whole shtick about this game is that you VAR'd Ter Stegen's first penalty save with okay. You give him a yellow because he came off of the line, all right? And Oblak ends up doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And Antonio, I know we discussed about this before, but when Messi scored his penalty, which by the way, which is 700th career goal, which
that's 1+.
So that's 1+ out of all of this. Messi seems to always come out on top for himself, but not for Barcelona.
Big deal.
But
700 goals, bro.
Yeah, no. Let's just all take a moment to
realize that for a second.
To realize that. But
you're not gonna have this in a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
But I think we're past the point of just looking at Messi because Barcelona can't rely on Messi or Ter Stegen anymore. Yeah. It's a whole team thing now. That obviously
I've been saying it for a while now.
But
you have to learn to play without them.
That's kind of a little like off topic for what I was talking about before. But for me, it's you give the yellow to Ter Stegen, and then Messi ends up going to the spot. Yes, he scored, but Oblak ended up doing the same thing. He ended up coming off of his line. Yeah. Now, for me, I don't care what anybody says. For me, the goalie coming off of the line, that rule, it's a gray zone. Every fucking goalie does it.
Name one who doesn't. Name one who doesn't.
Every goalie at least takes one step forward from the line to get that advantage, to get to try to save that space. You know, it's just ridiculous. You know, go ahead.
And the thing is, every time a goalie did do it, and they just had to retake it again, no goalie's ever gotten a yellow. Why Ter Stegen got a yellow immediately? Let them retake. But what's the yellow for?
Listen, I agree. I agree, retake the penalty. I'll say it blatantly now. The rule is if you come off the line before the shot is taken, you got to retake the shot. No problem. I have no problem with that. Go for it. Even though I was pissed off as a fan, go for it. But it's the fact that you fucking review that, but not the guy kicking himself in the foot, bro. That's just doesn't make any sense. There's no consistency in the VAR. No consistency.
Yeah. I mean, even I don't even think it's the VAR. It's the actual VAR. I think it's the decision making, because VAR is like we've said, VAR is a tool that we need to use. All right, like we spoke about it not last week, I think the week before in the PL with the goal line decision. The ball clearly crossed the line.
Yeah.
Clearly crossed the line, but because there were some technical difficulties or technical defaults or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? They call it a no goal.
It's not consistent at all. At all.
I don't know, man.
If you're gonna do it for one thing, you gotta do it for the other, and they don't do that. They do it whenever they feel like it. And I think Antonio, he's right in a sense where they must have the league on one phone call, and then they have the ref on the other ear because something's up. Bro. It doesn't make sense.
I'm sorry, like you have to. I'm not one to go and say it's a scam, but bro, after seeing this, man.
Don't forget, guys. Don't forget the offside call.
Around, bro.
Don't forget the offside call against Sociedad with Real Madrid. Like this, all just ties. It's too much of a coincidence. I don't know.
Yo, PK said the comments, and they're coming to surface. So ever since he said those comments,
I'm not one to make excuses either. I'm telling you, I'm not. But that is for me. There's just too much evidence that proves otherwise.
It's not a coincidence. It shows. It's happening.
Exactly. You said it. You said it right.
But we have to take a look. If we put aside these VAR calls and decision makings and fixing or whatever the fuck you want to call it, we have to look at the team performance. And Barcelona have come short this year. It's just a fact, bro. Like it is what it is. Like I said before, if Ter Stegen or Messi don't show up, the team is flat.
Well, it doesn't help when you spent 120 million on a player and he has the same amount of goals as Sergio Ramos with one game over Ramos, 8 goals each.
And he didn't start. He didn't start the game today. He only came on the 90th minute. Griezmann.
Like I told Antonio and George before the podcast, a year ago, July 2019, Barca spent 120 on him. June of this year, a year later, he comes on at the 90th minute for a title race game.
If I'm spending 120 on a player, he's playing every fucking minute.
Yeah,
this
bro.
season.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That for me is unreal. Using him as you use your fucking prospects as a 90th minute add-on. Fuck. Just to have him feel the fucking pitch.
Ansu Fati came on before Griezmann did.
Yeah. Don't get me started on Griezmann, please.
I'm not anyways. But
Antonio's words, he said Griezmann did shit when he came on. Either way, I know he didn't have a lot of playing time, but I don't know.
So you know what? Can we kind of look into why he didn't come on?
Because he's not playing good. There's nothing to look into.
But I think it's because of the game before is what happened with him. No?
Oh, with the free kick?
With the free kick, yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Against
Celta
Vigo. So, for those of you who didn't see it, Iago Aspas lined up for a free kick. He was at the edge of the wall and he turned away. Basic soccer 101. I remember learning as a kid, if you're in the wall, you don't turn around. You always face the ball.
George, thank you for bringing that up because, bro, I wanted to say this on the podcast. How many times have you seen me go in the wall when we were younger, bro?
Oh, yeah.
I'm there. The only thing I'm holding are my nuts. Bro, you could be sure if the ball is flying to my chest, I'm busting out the chest. If it's flying to my head, I'm fucking moving my head in there. I don't give a fuck how hard the ball is coming. This guy, bro, getting paid millions per year, turns around like a fucking pussy. Give me a break, bro. Give me a break. Who taught you that? Don't go on the wall if you're gonna be scared, bro.
Yeah.
And isn't he?
I got so pissed when I saw that, man. Jesus Christ.
And
bro, I don't blame you, bro.
How tall is he though? He's not even that tall.
My height, 5'7", 5'8".
So what are you doing in the wall?
Why are you there?
I don't know, man. It's just a fucking mess, man.
Listen, and speaking about that game, so like you said, we dropped more points against Celta. They almost fucking scored at the end. If it wasn't for Molito shooting it right on Ter Stegen.
Yeah.
They almost scored a winner at the end.
They almost came away with the 3 points. Go ahead, Alex.
George, I would have agreed with you in the sense of maybe if he could, because he made the mistake, the coach kind of said, you're gonna have to sit this one out. But it was against his former club today. And normally when it's against your former club, you kind of throw them in there. It's extra juice. It's extra motivation to play better. So I would have played Griezmann, even though as much as I really don't like him. I don't know. I guess it was just the coach kind of saying you fucked up last game with that stupid mistake. You have to sit this one out.
And
Go ahead.
sorry, I know we're focusing a lot on Barca today, but there's just a serious problem once again with the locker room. In the Celta game, when it was the water break, you had the assistant coach Sarabia telling a couple of players, like giving them advice or whatever, and you could literally see some of the players like go like this and rolling their eyes and walking away from him while he was still talking. So I don't know, man. I don't think Kike Setien and his coaching staff are going to be staying till next season. So
It's funny. Yeah, exactly. Go for it, George.
Which brings us to our next subject, a topic on Barcelona. I know we've been focusing on Barcelona a lot, but it's pretty big what's happening with them. So you're saying that Kike Setien won't survive another year or until the end of the year, and that's
he's
it.
not. They're not signing him for the 2020-2021 season. That's a fact, bro. I'll guarantee it.
So according to my cellular device, there have been rumors that Pep Guardiola or Xavi Hernandez to take that spot. I don't even know. Well, Alex, let's go with you. Who would you rather?
For me, well, obviously I'm going to say for them, I hope they get Xavi because I hope we fucking hold on to Pep for as long as we can. Yeah. But I think this decision is going to come after what happens with Man City, because I think Antonio has said before, and he's predicted that if Man City get a 2-year ban in the CL, there's no way Pep stays. As much as I hate to say it, and as much as he says that he's going to stay, I don't see him staying away from the CL that long.
Oh, stop.
All right. Diesel pointing at his shirt.
He's coming to Juve, bro.
Okay, we're talking about Barca now, fuck.
Okay, I only have one objection to that, is that I truly believe in my heart that Pep Guardiola hates Ronaldo. and if Juve wants to keep Ronaldo, they're not getting Pep. Either or is gonna have to
right.
You know.
But
I'm gunning for Xavi.
The only reason why, let's say Manchester City still get the ban, they don't get it appealed, right? They're out of Champions League for 2 seasons straight. The only reason why I could see Pep staying is because he has so much respect for the owners of the club and for all the staff. He loves that club. Am I wrong to say that?
No, you're not. You're
Just
not
out
wrong.
of respect.
You're not wrong, but he put his trust into them and his career on the line.
Exactly.
So, I don't know, man. Like, don't forget, he put their trust in them, and they kind of fucked. If this ends up being true and they really get banned, they fucked him over. So, I don't see how he stays after that.
So, anyways, if the appeal doesn't work out for them, and if they do get banned, I'm taking Pep Guardiola any second of any day of the week, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Reunited with Messi?
Especially if Messi's still around, absolutely.
Okay, so let's say scenario now that Pep does end up staying. Do you think it would be too soon for Xavi Hernandez to take on the Barcelona managing job?
Bring it on. Bring it on, man.
Tony!
Bring him there, please. We're fucking. I said it in episode 13 or whatever, episode 12.
Hey, George,
calling his name.
You could even speak from your experience. Frank Lampard, perfect example of why it would work.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it'd be the same exact thing, but I'm just saying that there is hope that it can work.
Oh, for sure. But the only difference is that Lampard had 1 season of experience in England. I know I know second division, but what's Xavi Hernandez been up to now?
Al Sadd. He's been coaching Al Sadd for 2 seasons.
Okay.
Saudi.
I see what you're saying, George. Okay.
You know what I mean? It might be too much of a big jump.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
That makes sense. Yep.
You know, so
But Xavi did express that he was him and his coaching staff are preparing for.
They're preparing and they're ready. So
he's definitely interested. And they were even rumors of him replacing what's his name, the coach before Kike.
Valverde.
When they were sacking him during that time, which was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, but Xavi didn't want to leave mid-season from outside. That's a problem.
He had a commitment and he stayed to it. All right, enough about Barcelona. All right, we're gonna talk about Real Madrid.
You guys could fucking talk about them. I ain't saying shit this time, bro. I've been nice to them all fucking podcast all season. This episode, you guys go for it.
Nah.
Fuck that.
Nah, son.
Nah.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is their first place. Sergio Ramos absolutely killing it. Benzema with the back heel assist. If anybody saw that, go check it out against Espanyol, giving them a 1-0 lead. For me, Benzema, world class. He's been world class, and I feel like he's been overshadowed by the Real Madrid logo because of the players around him throughout the years. So that's just my take. Say what you want.
Couldn't agree more.
Look at his stats ever since Ronaldo left. It's just been doing this. No like this, no this. It's like this since he left.
Just consistent the whole time.
And he gets no recognition. Even now. Now it's only like the past couple of weeks you're like, oh shit, Benzema's good. When he's been doing this for how many seasons now?
But that just goes to show that once Ronaldo left, no one gave a shit about Real because, I mean, Hazard went, but no one really talks about Hazard either because he's either on the pitch not doing anything or he's off it injured. So
they couldn't even sell it to,
except for now he's been doing.
Hey, someone's talking over there for Real over there.
Oh, but I just want to correct.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
Yeah. So now I was saying this before when we weren't on the podcast. Sergio Ramos for Ballon d'Or. What do you guys think? Yes or no? I know it's early. I know Champions League and the season is not done. But let me just tell you something. He has as many goals as Griezmann, like we said before, and he's a defenseman. So he's
Griezmann doesn't count. Don't fucking bring Griezmann's name into it.
Okay, but he's a defenseman and he's been carrying Real Madrid this season.
That's fair. I will say, before Anthony jumps in, I will say what I said in our little group chat for the podcast, is that if Van Dijk couldn't win it last year, I'm not taking anything away from Messi's season. I'm just saying that for me personally, Van Dijk had a bit of an extra push to win the Ballon d'Or. And the fact that he didn't win after the season he had last season with the Champions League, almost winning, obviously, the Premier League, they fell short of a point. And with that record he had of nobody getting past him for I don't know how many games it was, it just, if they're not going to give it to a defender now, they're not going to give it to Ramos.
And George, as much as I like the 8 goals that he has in the season, anyone could get 8 goals if every penalty shot that Real Madrid take is all Ramos. It's not normal for a defenseman to get 8 goals for so many penalty shots. He's the only defenseman that shoots every time for pens.
But it's not all pens.
It's not all pens. You're right. It's like half.
But majority, half. But look, cut the 8 in half. Yeah, 4 are penalty shots. 4 are probably headers from corners.
Okay, but I'm also let's put aside the goals. All right, they have 15 clean sheets. Also, that's more than half the games that they've already played.
That's because of Courtois, Alex.
Okay, this is what I'm dealing with here, and I'll let Anthony jump in also.
To add on to that, not add on, but to counter that penalty argument, you still have to convert them. Number one. Number two, despite that, to add on to Alex's point, that's all irrelevant if you don't have silverware.
Yep.
So I would say wait for this debate a bit later until the season ends, because if they happen to, it's looking towards like they're going to win La Liga if this pattern continues, but you never know what can happen. They might drop points again. We'll see. If they somehow turn around and win CL, for whatever reason, Bayern shit the bed, City shit the bed, everyone shits the bed. If he has both,
I say he'd be a solid contender. Yeah,
he probably still wouldn't fucking win because of how they fucking vote.
But that's not the case, bro. Because 2 years ago, when Modric won, it wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, it wasn't a defender. It's never going to be a defender.
Yeah, we're saying defensemen, George. That's what Alex is saying.
My argument is that it's never going to be a defenseman for a long time.
They've had it before.
How long ago?
Like
2006, I think.
Cannavaro.
2006.
So I'm saying it's a possibility, and considering the longevity and the consistency that he's had with Real Madrid, it's worth the argument.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his clean sheets this year, like you mentioned, his goal scoring, him just leading the team despite Benzema, how well he's doing. But Ramos is just right now he's the face of Real Madrid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's just leading the team, bro. And if they have somehow win both trophies, there's without a doubt. I mean, he should definitely win it. I'm not saying he will, but if those idiots that decide those votes and all that, I mean, they should really.
I'm going to remember this conversation because if what he's saying is true, if they end up winning La Liga and CL, I don't know, man.
And he still doesn't win it. If he still doesn't win it,
then there's a huge fucking problem.
Point for Alex. That's if he doesn't win it after that. So
I'll remember this one for sure.
I don't know. It's just something that I thought about, and it's just like I like to create these debates because I find them very interesting. Even though I am not a fan of Ramos whatsoever, you guys have to understand that I fucking hate him.
Antonio loves him.
But to add on to this topic as well, which we actually posted on our Instagram
just for those
story.
penalties for Spain when it matters. Fucking guy.
To add on to that, basically. Fucking lost my train of thought. Thanks, fucking guy.
And if you get it back, let us know.
No, I got it. Lewandowski already has 1 silverware. He has 34 goals in all comps. If he wins Champions League, does he win it?
That's a fucking fantastic point. I totally forgot about him.
Hell yeah.
So what happens then, George? What about Lewandowski? He's right.
Then I would say give it to Lewandowski.
Yeah, you're damn right you do.
Because, again, longevity, winning silverware, scoring goals. He's a striker. That's what he did. Finished Golden Boot.
Like I said he would.
I would argue the case that it should go to Lewandowski.
Okay.
Anyways. Yeah, but you could be damn sure that if Sergio Ramos wins Champions League again this year, Florentino Perez is going to do anything in his power to fucking make him have that golden ball in his hands. So that's all I have to say about that.
All with time, and we'll see in August when Champions League comes back and when all the seasons have been finished. All right. Speaking of finished seasons, well, not really. Liverpool finally crowned the champions with 7 games in hand. First time in history. First time in 30 years. 30 years since they won the trophy. Congratulations to them. All with the help
of a blurry badge. Of a blurry badge.
Sit your ass down, fuck.
Listen, I'm just gonna say that it was an important game for us to hold top 4, and we ended up, and Chelsea ended up winning 2-1 against City. City again playing possession, but not finishing the game, and stupid mistakes. What can I say? I know it's just very unlucky for City.
Mendy, one of the worst games I've ever seen him play. That's me.
For me, I'm sorry, Alex. For me, overrated. I'm sorry.
He is. Hey, I've been saying it for a while now, and I think you guys remember that back 4 needs to just fucking an entire swap. Laporte can stay if he stays healthy and he stays, whatever. But everybody else needs to get the fuck out of there.
Hey, Texas Ranger could stay.
And hey, Kyle Walker too can stay.
Kyle Walker had a crazy game.
What is he? He's 32 years old.
Goal line.
Bro, he's running like he's 21.
Yeah.
He's running like he's 21. And Mendy, I mean, he's not the Mendy that we purchased from Monaco, let me tell you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just it. I think that injury really fucked up his career so far. He's still young too, right? He's like 23.
Yeah, 23, 24.
He's got fucking time, so.
And you still saw some of his brilliance when he was making those like crazy crosses at one point, but then he was making mistakes in the back end, and it's like, we can't have this 50-50 of you. You need to give everything, and if you can't, get out.
He's actually 25, turning 26 in July.
Oh,
Actually, on your
wow.
birthday, I think.
Whose birthday? Oh, George.
On the 18th?
I'm not sorry, day before. But
Nice, Ant.
on the
Nice.
17th.
Yeah.
94, no, 94 though.
He's turning. Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
So,
turning
26.
26. So I think we need a change back there because Zinchenko's not the answer. Angelino, maybe if he had more playing time, maybe we can decide if he's our key guy. I think he has the potential to be the key guy.
Koulibaly, Alex. Koulibaly's coming. Don't worry.
Koulibaly.
Nah,
That's a loose rumor, man.
What I have to say about Mendy is that don't jump the gun on him. Like you said, he's still only 26. He was injured like what, a season and a half?
2 years.
2
Yeah.
years.
2
2
years.
years.
So give him one more chance. Give him another full season. Healthy season.
Yeah, but that's not guaranteed, right? And we need to go back to winning like now. We can't wait. Liverpool won the fucking champions. We got to bounce back next season and win again. There's no wait for City now.
Yeah.
Don't forget, De Bruyne is getting older. Aguero, if he stays, getting older. We need to make use of their time that they have now.
And you guys just lost Sané.
Yeah, we just lost
Never
Leroy.
find a replacement.
So,
Yep.
and who knows how long Sterling's gonna fucking stay. So with Real Madrid up our ass for him too. So I don't know what's gonna happen anymore. That's why we need to go back to winning now and then figure it out. Because once we lose De Bruyne, we got to go through a whole rebuild.
Man City needs to lock in Koulibaly. That's it. Lock him in.
I don't
That'll
think.
be
Yeah, but that's
great starting point.
when you guys brought that up, that's a loose rumor. I didn't even see that anywhere else. Where did you guys see that?
He's on everyone's radar, Koulibaly.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you see the City rumor though?
I've heard City. I've heard Liverpool too, but Liverpool, it's like I don't know about that. Because like Liverpool's squad, you can't change it. You just add on to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're missing that right center back though. Once they get that, they're fucking complete. Those guys, forget it.
So but you
all they're
think
missing is a center back. That's it.
Yeah, I think they did pretty well. I think they've done amazing with the center back that they've had with Joe Gomez
they had
Matip
and Gomez, but there are mistakes that they make a lot. That's the whole point. Is they're trying to be perfect for the next 4 or 5 years, and they're missing that one person who can help cover Van Dijk whenever Van Dijk goes up. My opinion.
Okay. All right. Just an honorable mention. Danny Ings creeping up the Golden Boot race. He scored a brace the other day, and he's 1 goal shy from Jamie Vardy, who has 19. He has 18, which is looking like he might pass them because Leicester haven't won since the break, which is like, from what they were doing, they were really impressive this year, but it's just not happening. So, yeah. Anything else? Yeah, go ahead, please.
No, I think it's the same reaction that Sheffield is having as well. That COVID break just shut down their momentum. Leicester, they were consistent all year. And the moment that this break happened, Sheffield as well. The moment this break happened, they just flatlined from the restart of the Premier League. So it's tough to see.
And we're playing them next, so I'm curious to see how they're going to come out and play against us in 2 days.
Relax.
Wait. Who's Tottenham playing?
Sheffield.
Oh, Sheffield.
Oh, Sheffield. With Dean Henderson back, though. Ooh.
Shut up!
Yeah, okay.
Watch.
Speaking of Dean Henderson, he couldn't play against Manchester United, and Man U, since acquiring Bruno Fernandes, haven't lost a game yet. I just want you guys to sink that in. Like, let that sink for a little.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to say anything. Because
Why?
I think every time I speak about Man U, something just comes out where I'm trying to, hate on them. So I won't say anything. I'll just say that Bruno has been awesome for them. And he's been their best buy, I think, since maybe Pogba. I'm trying to remember who they bought in between. Wan-Bissaka is the honorable mention.
Saka.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire has been, don't get me started. I think he's been 50-50 at best.
Yeah. But they're doing good as of recent.
No, that's it. Now that they have a full healthy team, I think, right now. Rashford's back, Pogba's back, and Bruno's there. So
Martial too.
Don't mention fucking Martial, please.
Hey,
Don't get me started. Stop it.
got a hat trick, bro.
Yeah, against the backup
Right,
fucking keeper at Sheffield. Okay, don't get me started, please.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. What can I say? All right. Is there anything else that you guys want to add for the PL? I mean, now it's just a battle for top four, second, third, and fourth. And
Well, you brought it up. You said it best before. We were so confident that Leicester was going to hold that spot. COVID came out of nowhere. Now they're losing. They're dropping all kinds of points while every other team below them are just fucking shooting for those spots.
Up.
Can anybody bring up the table real quick?
Yeah, I have it here in front of me.
Because I think behind Chelsea is Wolves and United.
Tommy, mention the top six.
Yeah. Okay, so first, obviously, is Liverpool, 86. City, 63. Leicester, 55. Chelsea, 54. United, 52. Wolves, 52. Tottenham, 45.
Still the top six.
But I said top six, by
I
the
had
way.
to throw it in there. Shut up. 6 games.
Exactly.
You guys need to worry more about Burnley tied with you on points than fucking Wolverhampton on top of you.
Yeah, go check that table again.
7 games left. I'm not worried. We've done it before. Don't worry about it.
But you know what though? I'd be worried for Tottenham because of how the other teams are doing, and they have a bit more of a climb than United or Wolves.
Yeah, so it's basically a fight between third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Yeah.
Which is Leicester, Chelsea, United, and Wolverhampton.
Okay, so who do you guys get for the next three? Alex, I'll go with you.
I think it's important if you know what. Let's all pull out the matches here because what I want to do here is check out the schedules for the next 3 games for those clubs. So I'll look at Chelsea. Someone else look at Man U.
I'm not Man U.
I'll look at Chelsea.
You're gonna look at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bro, our next 3 games are.
I'll look at Leicester.
Yeah, man. The United has a nice end of the season.
Tell me. Just fast.
The strongest team they're facing is Leicester, which is the last game of the season.
Oh, they're gonna they're gonna make top 4, top 5 then easy.
The rest is Bournemouth, Villa, Southampton, Crystal, and West Ham. All bottom half teams, right? So
I think Man U is gonna win all of them.
Nothing's guaranteed.
No, nothing's guaranteed. I just don't forget though, Tom. They're on a streak right now, and there doesn't seem like there's anything stopping them. These teams are not going to fucking stop them. If anybody's going to stop them, it's going to be themselves.
But knowing United, we've done it many times. That's why
their morale is different now.
Their morale is different
right now.
Yep. They have a completely different. It's a completely different ball game for them right now against these bottom half teams.
But yes, technically anything can happen, but I don't see them falling off.
Hey, if there was 2-3 games left, I'd be like, yeah, okay, bro. You know what 7 games is? You know how you can drop the ball in 7 games? Like, you know.
So you're leaving the door open for Tottenham to drop the ball too, right?
For anyone. Yeah, anyone, bro. Like I said, 7 games is a lot. It's going to do shit. Bro, we can drop every game, but I'm just saying 7 games is a lot.
It is a lot.
I'm not writing off the season.
There's still a bit of to play. So for Chelsea, if you guys wanted to know, we got West Ham, Watford, Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, Norwich, Liverpool, and then Wolves.
Yeah, that's a nice end of the season. Against Wolves there. It's crazy.
The only teams I'm worried about is, like you said, probably Liverpool and Wolves, 2 games. The rest,
your last very important games there.
Yeah, and we have FA in the middle of that. We're facing Manchester United, who we drew in the FA, and we've lost 3 times to them this season. So I'm hoping to get a win out of that. The most important win.
Is there 1 game for the semi-final or 2?
Ooh, I don't know. I think it's 1. I think it's 1.
One, dude.
Leicester's remaining games of the season don't look too strong in terms of their chances of making top four. With the games that you guys mentioned for those respective teams, so for Man U and Chelsea, I think they have an incredible chance to go over them, because Leicester's next game is against Everton, who have shown they can compete against the top six teams.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, it's fucking, you're either getting the best of them or you're getting the absolute worst of them. There's no in between. Arsenal after that, so Arsenal.
That's an easy win. That's an easy win for Leicester.
Yeah. So there's that, but the important thing to mention here for Leicester is their last two games of the season are back. So it's back to back. The first game is against Tottenham. The last game is against Man U. So those are going to be deal breakers, I find. I think it's going to come down to the last. I think it's going to come down to the last game.
Tell him, Stevie.
That celebration gets me heated like you've never known before.
Gem.
Yeah, man. Also, I wanted to mention quick. I'm sure United's morale is through the roof considering they got rid of Ashley Young, because you know what he did this weekend, or this week rather, against Sassuolo. First of all, Inter and Sassuolo tied 3-3. He came on in the 75th minute, gets a handball in the box, no call, completely controversial. He got away with it. 2 minutes later, he fouls a Sassuolo player in the box, and Berardi ties the game.
Trash.
Can't deal, man. Bro, I can't deal, man. It's fucking hilarious. But
Top
Lukaku
five.
scored his 19th. Lukaku scored his 19th of the year.
Honorable mention right there.
That's tough. But Martial and Rashford are looking to finish off the season very strongly. So
Greenwood.
they are.
Greenwood.
And Mason.
Hey,
And
man,
Mason as well.
once he made that switch between Daniel James and Mason, that was a nice fucking coaching change right there.
Yeah.
The kid has talent, man. That's
Yeah.
talent, the kid.
He has just as many goals as Tammy Abraham. And Tammy Abraham, was starting every game in the beginning of the season.
He had a rough start to Tammy. Once he got going, though, he was fucking shooting all kinds. It was crazy.
Yeah. Do we have time for a little bit more transfer talk? Or do you guys want to wrap it up?
Diesel, let us know. I think we're okay, though, on time. I think we can keep going for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, for transfer talk, I don't have much. I have an Napoli rumor, but other than that,
George, do you have on you?
Nothing crazy. It's more again. We're focusing on Barcelona again, but the Martinez deal is not looking like it's gonna go through. That's from what I understand, and they're looking for a plan B. Now I've heard that Aubameyang has been in the talks. What do you guys have to think about that?
I'm not listening to these fucking rumors anymore. That's all I have to say. Bro, two weeks ago they're saying, yeah, we got Martinez now. I don't know. Last year, bro, for fucking a month straight, I was getting links on my phone. Neymar is coming. He's coming back. Didn't end up happening, so.
I will
when
say
they sign the fucking contract and hold the jersey, I'll fucking talk about it.
no, but
Alex,
put yourself. Besides the pay upgrade that he would probably get at Barca, put yourself in Martinez's shoes right now. They just signed Hakimi. They're probably not going to stop in the transfer window. They're probably still going to acquire some guys. Why would you leave right now?
Conte's doing this.
I'm assuming also that Perisic is coming back.
There's no reason to leave right now. Him and Lukaku have a great partnership up there. Conte's just getting the best of them. You know, they're trying to fall into his system. I'm sure they're still in the learning process of it. But once he has that next season is going to be nice for them. So I personally think he should stay.
And apparently the accounting part of the Lautaro deal is very complicated because after, I think it's July 1st, I can't confirm. But anyways, he has a buyout clause that if anyone wants to pay his fee, it's 111 mil in full. So no increments. So that makes it very complicated for any team who wants to purchase a player.
Post-COVID, when they're not getting any of their money coming into the club. Don't forget to make up for that.
Yeah, it's
That's
tough.
why that. Don't forget, that's the only reason why we fucking sold Leroy, man, for 50. There's no fucking other way.
Yeah.
I know, man. Tough.
Anybody else?
Nope.
Oh,
Tisa?
No, I'm good, bro.
I was gonna say Matteo Guendouzi for 40 mil, but that's a fucking.
There's no way. By the way, the four teams that were tied that you put down, I really don't see any of those guys buying him. Like the Bayerns, the Juves, there's no way they buy Guendouzi. No way. As
The
much as I
only-
love him,
That
much as I love him, there's no way they're buying him.
Listen, the only
that-
reason. The only reason.
Wait, hold on. Before you continue, who was ripping on him at the beginning of the season, and who was defending him? Alex.
So Antonio was ripping on him, and I was defending on him.
And now look, Canales speaks the
So-
truth. Fuck.
Yeah.
Just like Roy Keane watching the fucking podcast, bro.
That's going to be
Hearing
the
my
name.
words.
The name of our episode. I'm Canales speaking the truth.
Hey,
Episode
I love
30.
it. I love
And
it. I
you
say
know-
we do it.
And you know what? I think with that, we can wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was episode 30 of the 5-1 Formation podcast.
Forza Guendouzi. Forza
yeah,
Madrid.
shut up.
Give it
Trash.
to Madrid already.
Trash.
Forza Bartomeu, the best president in all of Barcelona history. My God, the great things he's done for this club, Bartomeu. Wasting the people's money.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, guys.